How to treat and cure trench fever. Trench fever is a bacterial disease transmitted by body lice. The symptoms include relapsing fevers, muscle aches, pain behind the eyes, severe headache, joint pain, rash, liver and spleen enlargement, and pain in the shins. Trench fever is a bacterial infection caused by the bacterium Bartonella quintana, which is carried and transmitted to humans by the common body louse, a small, wingless insect that lives in the clothes of infested people. Trench fever received its name during World War I, when millions of troops living in close, unhygienic quarters were infested with body lice and infected with trench fever. Trench fever is not usually a serious disease and can be easily treated. If left untreated, serious complications include heart damage. Who's at risk? Trench fever is found all around the world, usually in populations living close together and/or with very unhygienic conditions. This usually includes homeless people, either in shelters or without access to clean clothes. In particular, homeless people who abuse alcohol are at greatest risk. Inmates, refugees in camps, healthcare workers who care for those with trench fever. Signs and symptoms: fever that comes and goes in a 5-day cycle, headache, pain behind the eyes, pain in the shin bones, general body aches, classic rash, pink-red patches and small bumps that appear and disappear, usually on the chest, as the fever comes and goes. Self-care guidelines: it is important to get rid of the body lice entirely to prevent reinfection. In the case of trench fever, bathe regularly and change and launder your clothes. If you have an itchy rash, avoid scratching it, as this may lead to further infection with other bacteria. As with all illnesses, rest and stay well hydrated. Here are some home remedies for typhoid fever. Cold compresses. When you have a high fever, apply cold compresses to help your body temperature come down quickly. Soak a washcloth in cool tap water. Wring out the excess water and place it on your forehead. Change the washcloth frequently. Follow this treatment until your temperature drops. You can also use a cold damp washcloth to sponge areas like your armpits, feet, hands and groin to reduce body temperature. Do this at regular intervals to control a high fever. Increase fluid intake. Due to high fever and diarrhea, you may become dehydrated. To prevent this, increase your fluid intake. It will keep your body hydrated and encourage elimination of waste material and toxins. Drink about 8 to 10 glasses of bottled or purified water daily. To be on the safe side, boil your drinking water if using tap water. Along with water, increase your consumption of coconut water, herbal teas, fresh fruit juices, soups and glucose water. Apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is energizing and a good remedy for typhoid fever. Its acidic property helps draw heat out of the skin, which in turn reduces high body temperature. Moreover, the minerals in apple cider vinegar replenish minerals lost due to diarrhea. Mix half teaspoon of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar and a little honey in a glass of water. Drink it before eating your meals. Follow this remedy for 5 to 7 days. You can also prepare a mixture of 1 part apple cider vinegar and 2 parts cool water. Soak a washcloth in it, wring out the excess water and place it on your forehead and abdomen. Change the washcloth once it becomes warm. Repeat as needed until your fever has dropped. Cloves. Cloves are also helpful for treating typhoid fever. The essential oils in cloves have antibacterial properties, thus cloves can kill the bacteria that cause typhoid. Cloves also help ease vomiting and diarrhea, 2 common symptoms of typhoid. Add 5 to 7 clove buds to 8 cups of water. Boil this solution until it reduces by half. Remove from heat, cover and allow it to cool. Strain and then drink this concoction throughout the day. Follow this herbal treatment for at least 1 week. Bananas. Bananas can bring down the fever and treat diarrhea in people enduring typhoid. The pectin present in bananas is a soluble fiber that helps absorb liquid in the intestines, thus reducing diarrhea. Moreover, the potassium in bananas helps replace electrolytes lost during fever and diarrhea. Eat 2 to 3 ripe bananas daily until your typhoid symptoms subside. Alternatively, mix 2 mashed bananas in half cup yogurt and add 1 teaspoon of honey. Eat this 2 or 3 times daily for a few weeks. Eat high nutrition foods. When you become weak from typhoid, it is important to follow a special diet to provide your body proper nutrition. A good diet will also help balance your body's fluids and electrolytes and boost your immune system. Increase your caloric intake to provide energy. Eat foods high in protein like eggs and milk to help your body recover. High carbohydrate foods must also be included in your diet to meet the body's energy requirements. Due to fever and sweating, you may have low levels of electrolytes like potassium and sodium. Drink fruit juices, soups and broths to compensate for the mineral loss. Buttermilk. Drinking buttermilk is another excellent herbal treatment for typhoid fever. It is easy on the stomach and aids recovery. It will also prevent dehydration. Drink a few glasses of buttermilk daily until you recover completely. You can also add 2 teaspoons of freshly extracted juice of coriander leaves to 1 cup of buttermilk. Drink this 2 times daily for 1 to 2 weeks. To help bring down the fever, add the pulp of 1 banana to a glass of buttermilk. Drink this 2 times daily. Additional tips. Add the juice of 1 lemon and a little honey to a glass of warm water and drink it 2 or 3 times a day. Simply drinking a glass of warm water mixed with honey will also soothe the digestive tract. Drink fresh orange juice to keep your body hydrated and cool. Avoid eating meats and sugary items for a few days. Eat simple foods like porridge, legumes with rice, grilled fish and boiled or raw vegetables. Include green vegetable smoothies and soups in your diet. Do not eat unhygienic, street food and always opt for home-cooked food. Avoid eating raw fruits and vegetables that you cannot peel. Wash your hands properly before cooking a meal or eating food. Always drink boiled or bottled water. Maintain good hygiene and sanitation to prevent the spread of typhoid. Avoid stimulants like alcohol, caffeinated beverages, tea, carbonated drinks and spicy foods. Avoid milk and dairy products if you have diarrhea. Eat foods that are high in fiber if you suffer from constipation. To improve bowel movements, add half teaspoon of psyllium seeds to a cup of warm water and drink it. Bed rest is very important because the disease causes a lot of weakness.